What's goody? What's goody? Welcome to episode 6, and this is the hunger strike continuation. In the two previous episodes, 4 and 5, I was explaining about the hunger strike that me and my close associate were on in here in 2024 in June. Mine began June 7th and went to June 20th, and his began June 8th and went to June 20th. So in total, I spent 13 days on a hunger strike protesting the inhumane conditions here in Connecticut prison, McDougal Correctional Institution. And so the last episode, I was reading some of the news articles that the news reporter has published from June 18th. And so I'll continue some of that and explain our mindset at the time, because I know people are interested, in what goes on here in certain prisons. My lady, she says she's fascinated with stuff that goes on in here. She can't watch it on TV, like lockdown or anything about prisons, but when I explain it to her, she's just always asking questions about it, and, just wondering if stuff really goes on, how the things that she's heard, like the corruption from staff and the violence and all of that. And so, yeah, every state, has its own way of doing things. Prisons are ran differently from state to state, but prison can be a dangerous place. But for the most part, Connecticut prisons are nowhere near as violent and dangerous as Ohio prisons, which is where I'm from. So I explained all of that in previous episodes, so you'll have to go back and listen to those if you want to know more about my story. But also, I'll be having a TikTok set up over the next couple of weeks, so people can follow me and get more of my story, and I'll be reading my book. Be reading my entire book on TikTok and, different episodes. And so, yeah, please support that. Reach out to me, follow me, and I'll definitely keep y'all updated on things in the near future. So back to the news article. The reporter writes, in a phone interview, Robinson listed a slew of concerns that motivated his hunger strike, including poor food in prison, mistreatment from staff, lack of mental health and medical care, sentences for juvenile defendants he sees as overly harsh, a list of his own conviction he considers unjust, and a general lack of rehabilitation in the justice system. Davenport, who in 2010 was removed from death row in Oregon after being found to have an intellectual disability, said he hasn't been able to get the medication he needs or access to programs he said would help him. I want you to address my mental health, he said. Both Davenport and Robertson said they plan to continue their hunger strike until they feel prison officials have taken their concerns seriously. So, initially, when I went on the hunger strike, my friend, James Davenport, he wasn't thinking, he wasn't considering it. Once I explained to him everything that I was basically protesting in a non-violent way, because hunger strikes are non-violent demonstrations. It's the best way to get the attention of administration and to get something done. So once I broke down to him my issues, he countered, with his own issues. He felt motivated enough to, get on the hunger strike with me. So that's what happened. And as far as being connected with the news reporter, I was keeping the news reporter updated almost daily, about the hunger strike. How many days we were on, how many people, were on, which was only me and him at that time, but other guys were talking about joining us as well. And I got connected to the news reporter through a close associate of mine. He's an attorney, but well-known attorney here in Connecticut, criminal attorney, but he does civil things too. His name is Alex Taubes, Taubes, and he connected me with this news reporter, Alex Putterman. And so he was, I was keeping the news reporter updated, as well as Alex Taubes, about the day-to-day, activities and in the prison, how they were monitoring our weight and our blood pressure, and, because they had to keep note of everything everything we were telling them, and they were doing a piss poor job in the beginning. Now I'm just gonna tell it how it is. And so I was notifying my family and my friend Davenport, he was notifying his girl Candy, and so they were pushing to get us better medical treatment, get us placed in medical observation during the hunger strike, which the prison refused to do that. But anyway, we had a bigger purpose to raise a public awareness of the issues that we found unjust, inhumane, that we and other guys were suffering under. So it was definitely an experience. I've had it before in my life, but over 13 years without no food, sugar, only water. So that was the first time I went like that. So overall, I do believe, I know that it was worth it because policies have been changed in our favor, especially about medical. So the medical department is basically, they've been forced through the commissioner to be up on their job more. So not just with me, but inmates as a whole. So I'm very excited about that. That was a huge bonus. But as far as other things, I can't expect everything to change overnight. So I'm gonna continue to advocate for prisoners' rights. Because just because we got locked up doesn't mean that we don't have rights. We still have rights. We are still human beings. And so I'll continue to do what I can do from in here. And I'm speaking out more on these podcast episodes, these recordings, TikTok. I have Facebook, Instagram. You can type in JackieLeeRobinson.com to learn more about my story and the things that I'm involved in. So I'll keep the public aware, and there's a lot more to come from you. Trust. Thank you for listening to this recording. I'll end it here for now before the lady interrupt me and tell me it's time to go. And I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for listening to this recording. All right, peace.